So our second venture from CDL-Vancouver has graduated from our newest stream, CDL Minerals. So with the global move toward electrification and net zero infrastructure, innovation in mineral exploration and mining has never been more crucial. CDL Minerals supports founders seeking to commercialize technologies, enabling the supply of industrial and metallic minerals critical to society's future. Today, I'm pleased to introduce one of our graduates from the first year of the minerals stream, Abraham Jalbout from Auxillium. Auxillium has created Entail. It's an innovative regenerative tailings management solution which enables mining companies to maximize the value of their operations while minimizing waste. Abe and the team have made significant progress in completing projects and validating their studies with mining clients to identify scope of work. Please join me in welcoming Auxillium.
Thank you. Good afternoon. It's really exciting to be here today. I really appreciate the opportunity. Thank you for the introduction. I'm Abe Jalbout, CEO of Auxillium. Currently at Auxillium, we're targeting one of the biggest problems in mining today, which is transforming waste streams into wealth. So you can imagine mountains of waste that's part of any mining operation, both past and present. So we've developed a technology to not only unlock these streams producing viable products, recovering critical materials, but also eliminating, for once and for all, any liability associated with mine waste. And I'll go through what that means in a moment. So what we work with is a subset of waste in the mining industry. We call these tailings. Tailings are the waste that's left over after the desired economic value is recovered from the rock. Typically, they contain a water and a solid component as a slurry. They're deposited in large impoundments. We have a small image here that you can maybe see, but they're basically these huge tailings dams that have millions and sometimes even hundreds of millions of this material deposited. So what we do is we're able to separate these components of the tailings into different products. So we essentially use these different components, process them with unique and game-changing chemical and biological approaches to produce byproducts and products that can be used either on-site at the mining site as sustainable feedstocks, but we also produce things such as carbon sequestering building materials, clean water, and critical materials as part of our product line. In terms of the benefits and some of the key value drivers for mining companies and why they should use these kind of solutions and really become a benchmark across the world in mining projects that we do operate in, we're able to increase elemental recovery at a single mine site by over 50%, in some cases even more, achieve over 90% IRRs, which is better than any existing project and also greenfield projects as well, without the issue of social license. And additionally, we eliminate 100% of the perpetual costs associated with waste from mining streams, thereby reducing the liability for the communities and also increasing the social license to operate. In terms of the untapped potential of these different mine waste, let's look at this excellent visual provided by the visual capitalist in terms of the footprint of the world's tailings in comparison to the size of Manhattan. And this is 6 kilometers up, mind you. So there's over 280 billion tons of tailings from past mining activities. It's a number that's not going down. The estimated output of mining companies that contribute to this tailings issue is around 8 to 12 billion tons per year. Roughly half of that comes from the copper industry, 20% from precious metals, and a few others from other diversified types of metal streams as well. So it's really a huge issue in terms of mining and how the mining industry has to deal with these wastes. Not to mention that there's over a $3.4 trillion opportunity just from the critical materials that remain in these different tailings deposits, not including any secondary byproducts or environmental damage associated with tailings storage facility failures. Our main value proposition is from trash to cash, so we're essentially looking at how we can utilize every component of the tailings, producing different streams of value, producing finally inert materials that can be deposited, not causing any further issues or environmental liability. So essentially, we've partnered and secured partnerships with mining companies to validate that there is a demand for this technology and also the efficiencies of the process. So our first mover advantage in terms of being the first commercially viable process in the mining industry to tackle this problem will really allow us to rapidly scale at a global level. In terms of a few key milestones since our inception, and also some of those important milestones that we achieved during the CDL program since our inception in 2020, is we were initially selected by Freeport-McMoRan for a sponsored launch. Within 2 months of our company's formation, within 6 months, we were selected by BHP as part of the Tailings Challenge, identifying the best and most promising technologies in valorization. This year, fast forward to 2024, we've secured a lead investor for a Series A round. We're also performing our first on-site installation and engineering our first commercial plant. Fast forward to 2030, we expect to have 10 commercial plants built, generating annual economic impact of $2 billion per year, over 50 million tons of CO2 offset, 8 billion tons of clean water, and increasing the world supply of copper by up to 3% by the end of these different milestones and when these plants are complete. Want to just summarize? So essentially, we're looking at monetizing waste streams and aiding the mining industry in decarbonization while providing critical materials needed for the energy transition. Finally, just want to call a call to action for the CDL community. We are raising a $12 million round to accelerate our growth, also expand our operations, and finally, capture a significant portion of this burgeoning market as well. With our folk, we do expect to have first mover advantage and rapidly scale unprecedented growth that's ever been seen in the mining industry, especially in this space. Finally, just like in conclusion, thank everyone for your kind attention and listening to us today. And also, we invite you to be part of our exciting journey as we work to transform the mining industry. Thank you so much.